Hello and welcome back to Python Fundamentals. In this video, I'll explain about class and objects in Python. Class, it is an object constructor. It is the prototype from which objects are created. Object is collection of data and methods that act on data. So let us try to create a class and then objects from this class. So I'll show an example of how to create a class of students. Class followed by the name. I'm giving it as student followed. Generally, all classes have a function called init underscore underscore init underscore underscore to assign values to objects. So this is a compulsory function to be initialized. And whenever this function will be called whenever an object is created. So it is used to initialize the attributes of object. So it starts with the keyword diff, then I told you underscore underscore init underscore underscore. And within the parenthesis, always we must declare the attributes that belongs to this class student. So I'll take attributes as name and roll number, right? But here, one point to be remembered is always the first parameter of every function in the class should be a keyword called self. So any function you define inside the class, the first parameter should be self. This self is generally used to access variables that belongs to the class. What are the variables of student class name and roll number? To access them, we require the parameter keyword called self. So first, any function, any other function other than init, if we declare inside the class, the parameter, first parameter should be the self. So, and this self is not only used to access attributes, but also used to access methods of the class. We can also create methods. We'll see that. So the first function that should be declared is init. Inside that, the first parameter should be self, followed by attributes of the class. Because this class is a student class, I am giving name and roll number as the attributes. Now we can declare them as self dot. Dot is just nothing but operator, and all variables can be accessed by using dot operator. So self dot name is equal to name. Self dot roll number is equal to roll number. Finish. So this is how to initialize the init function. Now, the next one is, so I have created a class of student with attributes. Now, I want to print this name and roll number of a student. Whenever an object is created, I want to use the print option. So for that, I can define a function. This is a method. I'm giving it the name as fn, and then inside the parenthesis, I told you that self should be the parameter. Self colon. I'll use print statement to print name and roll number. Okay. Print. So student name is comma I told you whenever you want to access a name or roll number, any attribute, you must use self dot name. Then again, print student roll number is, comma, self dot roll number. So this is always whenever you are accessing attributes, you have to use self dot. Self keyword must be compulsory. So this is how we can create a class of student. First, this part of declaration is compulsory, and this is an optional. We can print the name and roll number in different ways. I'll just show you. First, let us try to execute this program and print. So far, before executing, I'll create an object for this class. So come out of the class and then create an object. I'll create an object of student1 is equal to. So this student1 belongs to the class called student. So I'll write student all. Now you can give name and roll number for this student1. So student1 is Mr. X, let us suppose, and roll number is 1. Now, the method is function method which prints the name and roll number. How to call the method? Student1 dot fn with the method name, right? Now let us try to execute the program. So see here, the student name is X, student roll number is 1. So this is one way of your printing the name and roll number. If you don't initialize this method called fn, you can also print in the other way without using that method, like using the print option here directly. Print student1 dot name and print student1 dot roll number. So this is a second way of printing the variable. So this is one, and you can also use the function student1 dot fn. You can call the method and try to print again, execute it. So this is how to create a class. In the class, this underscore init function is compulsory, and this function must contain attributes as well as a keyword called self. And this self is used to access attributes as well as methods of the class. And this function is not compulsory. Just for printing purpose, I have used this function, and that is a method. And I call this method by using dot, right? And then you can directly use this functions, print function, and then print name and roll number by using dot operator, because variables can be accessed but only by using dot operator. And then you can also call this function. I can write this method in a different way. The same class I can write in a different way. I'll just show you how to print the option. Instead of using all this print, I can use a method. There is a method called underscore string method. This method is called whenever print function is invoked in an object. So let us try to use that method. I'll try to write using underscore str method. So underscore string method underscore cell colon. I'll just return the print statement. Return I'll use format method for printing. Student name is and roll number is dot format. This is a dot format method. In dot format method, we use curly braces where you want to place the variables, right? So self dot name are the variables, self dot roll number. Okay. Right. Now again try to execute this. So there are no errors. Now you can call student one. So try to print the student name, right? Right, student one. See here. So student name is name. So self dot name, whatever name we give, that will be this curly braces will be replaced with the name, and this curly braces will be replaced with the roll number. Format method is this, right? I hope you all know what is a format method. So this is the other way of printing the name and roll number. So this is how you can create a class. This is how you can create methods inside the class. You can create a string method. You can create any method which can you use to print option. And this is how you can create an object and assign variables to this object name and roll number. And you can print the student name by using string method. You can call the name and roll number by using dot operator, or you can call if you have a method inside it which prints the name and roll number, you can call that method by using dot operator. So I hope you understood how to create class and object in Python. I'll just show an example of a class time. Time is nothing but a timer, which consists of hours, minutes, and seconds. So let us try to create that. So all classes must have this init function. So underscore init underscore. The first parameter always should be a cell, followed by time. Obviously consists of attributes hours, minutes, and seconds. So these are the attributes, right? So we all know that. So declare them. Self dot hours is equal to hours. Self dot minutes is equal to minutes, and self dot seconds is equal to seconds. That. Now, what is the next thing? We need to print the time. So for that, you all know that first the seconds clock will increment and goes up to 60. Once it goes to 60, minutes must be incremented by 1. And if minutes, and then minutes starts increasing up to and reaches up to 60. And once the minutes reaches to 60, hours should be incremented. So we have to write a loop for that while. First we will write for seconds, self dot seconds is greater than or equal to 60. So when it exceeds 60 or equal to 60. So seconds should be decremented to 0. So self dot seconds is equal to self dot seconds minus 60, and self. So next thing is minutes should be incremented. Self dot minutes plus is equal to by 1. This is the first step. Next loop is while self dot minutes is greater than or equal to 60. Self dot minutes should be equal to self dot minutes minus 60. So 60 minus 60, obviously it will become 0. Self dot hour should be implemented when minutes reaches 60 plus is equal to 1. So these are the two loops. So 1 seconds reaches to 60 or greater than 60, second should be decremented and minutes should be incremented by 1. Similarly, if minutes reaches 60 or exceeds 60 minutes, then minutes should be decremented and hours should be incremented by 1. Now we'll use a print statement. So print we have to use the print statement to print the, so we'll, because these are numbers, we'll print as a string. So a complete string. Self dot hours plus, and then I'll put a colon like just a digital watch, comma, again string of self dot minutes plus concatenation. I'm just concatenating the time, comma, string of self dot minutes. So this is the program. First, seconds we have to, yeah. Right. So this is a program. Let us try to execute this and check for errors. Yeah, there are no ls obviously. Now we'll create the object for this class. So this is a type class. We'll create an object for this class. E is equal to time of, now give what are the attributes, hours, minutes and seconds. So 2 hours, 30 minutes, 40 seconds I'll give. Then obviously print T. So 2 hours, 30 minutes and 40 seconds. To print like this, I have used the string option, right? Okay. Now I'll just try to increment this with 60 seconds with 60 and try to execute. See here, once it reaches 60, the self dot second should be 0 and minutes should be incremented by 1. So 30 has become 31. Now let us try to make this as 40 and try to increment this minutes with the 60. So that we'll check whether hours will be incremented or not. Yeah, so it becomes 0 and hours is 0. So this is in class time. So I hope you all understood what is a class and object and how to create the class and how to create an object and what is the importance of init function. So init, it lets the class to initialize object attributes, and self is a keyword which is used to access attributes and methods of the class, and class is nothing but a prototype from which objects are created, and variables can be accessed by using dot operator. I hope you understood this class and object in Python. Thank you.